The committee, for the record, my name is Lindi Williford. I am the mother of 3 daughters in each level of the Wentzville School District in St. Charles County. I'm here as a mom who has watched my kids and my community suffer in a district that's failing them. I'm here to support all efforts that give parents and children's options for their education, including HB 729. Wentzville School District has the highest tax rate in St. Charles County. They've got the money, we just gave them more money. They spend $2 million a year on administrative salaries. We are the only district in the county that did not have consistent face-to-face instruction or reliable virtual learning this entire year. For almost 1 year, our children have suffered learning loss with no discussion on how this loss of learning will be remedied. There have been numerous days where my children have had approximately 20 minutes total of virtual instruction, or the school's network goes down and whole classes and days are considered a wash. You need to know that our district has such a bus driver shortage. They are canceling bus routes the night before school for many families, just abandoning and leaving children unable to even get to school. So when you talk about parents not being able to transport in private education, this public school district isn't doing it either. Some children have waited outside in the cold for 30 minutes for their late or their lost bus. To make this personal, when I drop off and pick up all 3 of my children at the elementary, middle, and high school levels within this district, it takes me approximately 60 to 90 minutes each morning and then again in the afternoon for pickup. This is happening right now in my school district, right now. My straight A student has so much anxiety from the constant changes and inconsistencies that she often cannot sleep. My middle school age daughter, who already struggled in school, has lost all enthusiasm for learning, and it seems each day there are some tears. I am tired as a parent of wiping tears off my kids' faces. It's not working for my family. It's not working for my community. It's not working for our state. This morning, DESE's website indicated there are 70,000 children in Missouri not in a classroom. We are failing these kids in Missouri, and they need more options in this public school system. We are forced to send our kids here. We are forced to pay taxes into this public school system. We are forced to use a certain school within the zip code. We are forced to accept what they want to teach, and we have no say. And now some of these districts are failing and won't even open their doors at all. This is not an education system. This is a prison system for our children. We need to do something about this. I refuse to put an asterisk by this year and call it a day. I am here to advocate for educational choice and opportunities that we are not getting in the Wentzville School District or around the state of Missouri for these children. We need options, we need change, we need relief for our children. We cannot go another year in this broken prison system. We need to put our kids' needs first. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate your patience, by the way, waiting to get up in front of us. What you described with Wentzville is the same thing I've been hearing from many parents in the Columbia Public School District, also in Lee Summit and a few others. So we hear you. I hear you anyway. I'll put it that way. And appreciate what you said. Representative Hill.
Thank you. I just want to thank you for coming up here. Obviously we share the same sentiment because we're forced to be in the same school district. So I can't tell you how many calls I've received from parents that say, my child is quarantined again.
I just got an email while I was sitting here. My wrestler, who was supposed to go to districts this weekend, got quarantined. She's been working her butt off as a wrestler.
And tell us, now, has she ever been sick?
No.
Right. So a parent called me yesterday and said, Representative, this is the 8th week my daughter is missing school and she has yet to be sick. She has yet to test positive. Can you tell me, are you familiar with what Wentzville's doing with contact tracing? Do you think that's the problem?
They're playing health department instead of educators, and they need to stay in their lane.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So now I think the board can appreciate why we're here today, because we've had enough. Our kids need to be educated. My children, one's pretty gifted, but one is, I just had to pay for a private IEP process. It's $1,400. You know, I couldn't get it done quick enough through Wentzville. They said, well, we can get it done maybe 6 to 8 months. Well, we don't have 6 to 8 months. We've already lost how long?
Right, and there's no discussion at all from any of these districts on what are we doing about all this learning loss for these kids. No discussion whatsoever.
No, thank you so much for being here.
Representative Pollitt. Go ahead, sir.
Really quick inquiry. You said that Wentzville's the only public school in your area that's not in class.
They just went back to class, but we were the only ones, yes.
If If you were, and I'm going to make a shameful plug here, if you had the opportunity to open enroll to a district in your area, another public school in your area, and it
Yes.
didn't cost you anything, would you entertain that thought?
Probably. I feel trapped here.